This method of testing only gets at short answers that seem to be very structured and easy to do. Overall, it doesn't seem to have much face validity. How do you know that someone can actually speak in a communicative way?
First of all, I think not all the answers are short. We have a mix of different answer types. Some of them are short, 1 word or 2 word. Some of them are sentence level, and some of them are longer. For example, the story retells are short passages, and test takers are given 40 seconds to respond on those, which is quite a long time to hold the floor for. So I think that's one point, but also it's important to remember that words and sentences are the building blocks of the conversation. And if you can construct a grammatically accurate sentence, select your lexis for this, select your lexical items, and articulate it properly. If you can do all that at the sentence level, which is the most widely understood length of an utterance, the most widely researched length, then you can transfer this to longer speech acts as well. And so we don't need to necessarily assess candidates on all the different kinds of spoken interaction in order to be able to know that they can do that. What we can do is elicit controlled language. If they can articulate this properly, if they can do that without pausing and phrasing in unnaturally long places, and if they can construct their sentences grammatically correctly, then we can infer from that how well they would be able to perform in real life. Going back to what I said previously, we've got lots of information from everything they say, and an unusual pause or an unusual stutter will show this test taker at this point is struggling with their psycholinguistic processing. They're having to allocate resources either to choosing vocabulary or to their articulatory organs because they haven't got the familiarity with the language. And from that we can say, well, native speakers don't do that. People of this proficiency level don't do that. People of this proficiency level do that. And so that's how we can score accurately, even though we have relatively short speech samples to rate. Now, one more thing is that if you think about all the dimensions of language, spoken language proficiency, we have the core skills like pronunciation, fluency, vocabulary, grammar or sentence mastery. We also have some sociolinguistic skills such as pragmatics, social nuance, turn-taking or conversation strategies. Now, if you think of these as a pie, when you cover the core language skills, these core competencies, what you've actually got there is a large portion of the pie. You're covering most of what language consists of. And if you can do all these things, then it means that you don't need to allocate your cognitive resources to fulfilling them properly. And you can instead focus on those other things, those linguistic aspects, such as the turn-taking and the conversational strategies. You can allocate your attention towards those. And most of those are transferable from your mother tongue anyway. For example, if you can be polite in your first language, and you've got all the grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation of the target language, you don't have to think about those, then you can be polite in the target language too. So with the Versant approach, that's how we can manage to assess global speaking skills and get pinpoint accuracy on student spoken proficiency.